Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are going to start a new chapter. Name of the chapter is Respiration in Organisms. Dear students, whenever we run fast for a few minutes, we start breathing rapidly. What makes a person to breathe faster? What is this breathing? Breathing is a part of respiration. What is respiration? Let us learn about respiration. Dear students, we all know that living organisms are made up of small microscopic units called cells. A cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of an organism. Each cell of an organ performs certain functions such as nutrition, transport, excretion, and reproduction. To perform these functions, the cell needs energy. Where does this energy come from? Even when we are eating, sleeping, or reading, we require energy. But where does this energy come from? Dear students, your parents insist you always to eat regularly. The food which we take at different times stores energy, which is released when it is broken down into smaller pieces during respiration. Therefore, all living organisms respire to get energy from the food which we take at different times. During breathing, we breathe in air. We breathe in air. Dear students, when we breathe in, air contains oxygen. Air contains oxygen. We breathe in oxygen. When we breathe out air which is rich in carbon dioxide, when we breathe out the air that is rich in carbon dioxide. In breathing, when we breathe in, we take oxygen from the air. When we breathe out, we give out carbon dioxide, mainly carbon dioxide. The air we breathe in is transported to all parts of the body and ultimately it reaches to every cell. Inhaled oxygen from the air which we breathe in help us in the breakdown of food which we have taken, which we have digested, ultimately which has reached to every cell of a living organism. This air which we have taken in, that is inhaled oxygen, this helps us in the breakdown of food. This breakdown of food results in the release of energy. This process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy, it is called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration takes place in the cells of all organisms. It takes place in the cells of organisms, hence it is called cellular respiration. In the cell, the food which we generally take as the product of digestion, that is in the form of glucose, that is broken down into smaller pieces, smaller particles, smaller in the form of carbon dioxide and water using oxygen. Dear students, all living organisms do not need this oxygen for the breakdown of food. Food breaks in different living organisms by different mechanisms. When this glucose is broken down with the use of oxygen, this type of respiration is called aerobic respiration, and the organisms in which aerobic respiration takes place, they are called aerobus. And the food which can also be broken down without using oxygen, this type of respiration is called anaerobic respiration, or the organisms are called anaerobus. When this food is broken down, it gives out energy with release of water also. Glucose, with use of oxygen, when it is broken down, it gives out carbon dioxide, water, and energy. You should know that there are some organisms, dear students, like as yeast, anaerobes, that can survive in the absence of oxygen and in the absence of air. They are called anaerobes. They get energy through anaerobic respiration. In the absence of oxygen, glucose also breaks down. But here, water is not produced. Energy is though produced, but another products like alcohol and carbon dioxide produced. Alcohol and carbon dioxide produced. This type of respiration also is seen in our muscles when they respire anaerobically, but only for a short time when there is temporary deficiency of oxygen. During heavy exercise, fast running, cycling, walking, or for many hours, or heavy weight lifting, the demand of energy is high, but supply of oxygen is very less in the muscle cells. At that time, our muscle cells do anaerobic respiration. Thank you, dear students. We shall continue this topic, inshallah, next day.